B. A young, working-class woman from Eastern Europe goes to a hurricane party in the home of Sophie's friend David's family with her aristocratic lover Sophie. The podcaster Alice, her considerably older new lover Greg, the mysterious Jordan, and David's aspiring actress girlfriend Emma are among the other visitors. A guest named Max left the night before Sophie and Bea arrived, following an altercation with David. Following a night of drinking, drugging, and dancing, the gang decides to play a murderous game called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Due to David's animosity throughout the game, Greg gets into bed early. David also leaves quickly after getting into another altercation with Emma. The girls rush to find a power source as the storm becomes harder and the power goes out. A few minutes later, Bea discovers David outside with a sliced throat and a bloody cookery close by. Fearful and unable to get through, the gang attempts to get assistance in Sophie's car, but discovers that its battery is dead because Bea made the mistake of leaving a light on. When they see that Greg has a map of the area and a go bag containing a knife, the party starts to have doubts about him. They approach Greg with apprehension, thinking it's just part of the game, but he responds angrily. After a scuffle, Bea, overcome with dread, bludgeons him to death with a kettlebell. The gang doesn't think Greg killed David, and Emma thinks Max, who had admitted his love for her the previous evening, came back to kill David. An alcoholic in recovery, Sophie relapses and verbally abuses Emma. Sophie is confused when Emma kisses her after she apologizes and takes a medication. At the foot of the stairs, Alice later discovers Emma dead from a head wound and becomes certain that the gang is being murdered one by one. After discovering that there is no record of anyone with Bea's name having graduated from her college, Jordan and Alice became suspicious of her and threw her out into the hurricane. As they head back to Sophie's car, Bea discovers in the back seat underwear that matches Jordan's bra. Through a window, she observes Jordan grasping David's father's gun before re-entering through a pet door. When Bea approaches the group, she discloses that she left college early to care for her mother, who suffers from borderline personality disorder. The gang then gets into a furious argument via words. Jordan's role as the killer in the Bodies, Bodies, Bodies game is revealed, and she expresses her hatred against Sophie for her drug addiction and her use of David to get back access to her trust fund. She says Sophie cheated on Bea with her, but Sophie says no such thing. In addition to stating that she would never date Jordan and that she stays away from her pals due to their problematic conduct, Sophie also discloses that Jordan merely listens to Alice's podcast. Jordan shoots Alice in the leg after Alice offends his fears in return. After a fight for the gun, Alice takes a deadly bullet to the throat. Jordan gets pushed over the stair banister by Bea during the altercation between Sophie and Jordan. Jordan repeatedly shoots in the direction of Bea and tells her to check Sophie's text messages as she draws her last breath. Because she mistrusts Bea, she hides from her. After the storm passes and dawn arrives, Sophie soberly admits to Bea that she had relapsed and had seen Emma tumble and fall down the stairs, killing herself. But Bea demands to read her texts, holding her at gunpoint. As they scuffle and Sophie throws away her phone, they unintentionally pick up David's phone. This reveals that David sliced his own neck while attempting to use the cookery to open a champagne bottle for a TikTok video, proving there wasn't an actual killer after all. The electricity returns to the mansion and a puzzled Max returns, just as Bea and Sophie realize that all of the bloodshed was for nothing. Bea merely replies that she now has service on her phone when Max asks what happened.